place value. When we talk about place value, there are 5 different ways that we can do place value. Now, for place value, the 5 ways that we can write this is, number 1, written form. Now, written form is where you are going to write out the number in word form. For example, if you want to write the number 46, you're going to write it in words. 40-6. That is one way that we can do place value, which is written form. The second way we can write place value is in expanded form. Now, expanded form is where you're getting the numbers and you're separating it each by hundreds, tens, and ones. For example, I'm going to use the same number, 46. So I'm going to write my tens, which is 40. You're going to put a plus sign, and for the ones, it will be a 6. That is an expanded form where 40 plus 6 will still give you 46. The third way that you would be able to write out a place value is separating it by tens and ones, just like we did earlier. Now, when we're separating by tens or ones, and the activity that we will be doing in a little bit is we're going to practice separating it by tens and ones. Those are 2 main things we're going to focus on instead of hundreds, because right now we will do hundreds later on. Another way that you can do expanded form is model form. Now with model form, that is a second step that we will be focusing on as well. Now, model form is where you actually have your pictures and this block that we call is a rod. Now, what a rod is where you have 10 blocks put together, and that makes the tens. These cubes that we have for the ones are called units. Now with the units, these are going to be counted as 1. So right here, since I have 1 rod, that is 10. And these units are going to be counted as 1, so that would be 5. So we have 10 plus 5, which will give us 15. Another form that we are going to focus on is standard form. Now, standard form is probably one of the easiest forms that we can work with. Standard form is just writing the number out. I'm going to use my same number, 10 plus 15. Standard form is just writing the number out. Okay, now with this activity that we are going to do, it's going to allow us to practice separating by tens and ones model form, which shows us the pictures of how they're going to look like. And a third way that we're going to focus on is standard form. Is where we're putting the number together in word and number form. Here is our activity that we are going to be focusing on today. This is our place value, tens and ones. Now, place value is all about the position of a digit in a number. Here are directions that we are going to follow. Count the tens and ones in the image below. Write the number in the boxes below. Now, in our number one problem, it gives us an example already in how we can work this problem out. Here in our diagram, or our pictures, you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units. So that's going to be considered as a rod. So this is going to be 1. So altogether, we're going to count our rods, and we're going to see how many tens we have together. So the easiest way that we're going to do this is count each row. Now remember, these long rods are considered 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means we have 6 tens. Okay, and these units that are separated from each other, those are our ones. So let's see how many ones we have together. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 ones. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to practice writing our number again. So how many tens do we have? As we go back, remember we have 6 tens. 4 ones, and together, which is going to be standard form, we put the number together, 64. Now we have some other problems here. They're gonna have different pictures and different numbers. So let's go ahead and go on to our next one. So in our second problem, you can see it's a little different compared to the problem we did before. Because the first one, it showed us how to work the problem out. This one, we got to come together and figure out how to do it. So, if you remember in our first one, as I mentioned, each row has 10 rods. So, the easiest way we're going to do this is count how many rows we have for our rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means we have 7 tens. So I'm going to put 7 in my tens spot. Now, here on this side, you can see 2 circles by themselves. Those are going to be called units. So let's go ahead and these are going to be our ones. So let's go ahead and count how many ones we have. 1, 2. So that means we have 2 ones. So if you put the number together, our tens is going to be 70, and our ones is going to be 2. So we're putting our number together, and our place value is going to be 72. Let's go to this third problem right over here. As you can tell, it's less than what we've been working on. So these rods, if you remember, are going to be our tens, okay? And these are going to be, and the individual circles that are separated from each other are our ones. Let's count how many tens we have. 1, 2. So that means I have 2 tens in my ten spot. Let's count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means I have 9 ones. So I'm going to place the number 9 in my one spot. So now if we put our numbers together, that's going to have us 29. And as you can tell, this next problem looks a little bit bigger than what we've been working on. So remember, each row has 10, so that's our rod. So we're going to count how many rows we have that are 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 10s in that spot. Let's check how many 1s we have. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 1s. So in our standard form, we're going to put it together. We have 83. So from our activity that as you can tell that we just did, we focused on separating by 10s and 1s, the model form, which shows us a picture right here, and standard form, where we put the numbers together. So from this activity that we went over for place value, I'm hoping that you will be able to understand the standard forms that we practiced today. Thank you.